Yeah, it's been a massacre. Had gale force winds all last night and all tonight, all this afternoon. Still blowing like mad, as you can see. Tired of these things falling over. I've picked them up for three times now. So it is time these burleys just got lopped off. And as I say, survive or die. Because this one here is ready for picking. These seed heads still aren't ready, but I'm just going to take them off anyway. I've got enough seed now. And they'll be hung inside using a different curing method. And they're just so dirty from falling on the ground. But check out this burley. Completely different to all the others. So you got these ones. And then that. So I'm going to leave this uncut, and hopefully it makes seeds this year, and I can then grow these seeds and try and work out what this actually is. It's still a burley as far as I know, and all these ones have been lopped off, and that's the method I'm doing, which is apparently a way they do burley anyway. They cut the entire stalk and hang it. So what I've got to try and do is keep them out of the light, otherwise they'll set green on me. And it's spring, I think, or winter. It's not quite spring, but we've had a hot day today, so it's pretty good for winter. So if these don't cure properly, they'll all become waste. And yet these are all the secos, and then you've got the lajeros at the bottom, or the top, because they're hanging upside down. So I'm hoping that this method here, I've just watched a guy who's been curing in the most weirdest way inside a plastic container. I don't know how you do that with, dry it out properly. And he's been rolling the stems with a roller to let the juice out. I tried that last year, and all it does is basically trigger premature drying and death. And the aim of the game is very, very, very slow death, so that the water can come and go in the stem and continue curing. And as soon as you go rolling that stem, you've just basically buggered your the only line in and out for the water. So it either dries too quick or it dries too slow. But this guy's having a problem with mould, which is, of course, before he even finished his sentence, when he said he was rolling the spines on the leaves, the first thing that went through my mind was mould, because he's putting it in a plastic container. I mean, what do you expect? So he says he's fermenting in jars, but there's no heat source. So I don't know where he's doing the heating and the fermenting, but it's sure as heck not warm enough for what he's doing. So, oh well, I should comment and ask him a few questions, I suppose, because things change in different climates. Here it's very, very erratic. See how that's green? Too early. This means they're juvenile seeds that won't grow. Which is why having more seed than you need is so much better. So, this is a long process because I have to have a very light touch. If I screw them this way, they become tight and crush the seeds. You need to squish them lengthways. Here's another one. That's the way you get them out. next one. So I'm just going to go and find thousands of these. It's probably going to take me another half hour. Some of the pods are too wet. They're just juveniles. Thousands and thousands and thousands of seeds. I've got enough burley for everybody in New Zealand right here. Well, I've got this many seeds. Quite a lot. Got a good 3 tablespoons worth of seeds this year from the burleys, which is tens and tens and hundreds of thousands of them. I put them through this sieve here just to get rid of all the particulates. As you can see with the light stuff, there's still some tiny particulates that have made it through the sieve. So then what I've done is I've put it in a tea strainer. Don't know if you can see how fine that is. And all I'm doing is getting the existing seeds that I've got and putting them through the tea strainer, and all of a sudden I'm getting big seeds, and these seeds that are so microscopic, and yet they do, if you bite them, they do collapse just like a seed would. Doesn't taste like grit or anything like that. So it makes me think, like I've always wondered, how does Nick Perdomo sort and grade his seeds for the most healthiest? So got these seeds, and then you got these big ones. So what I'm going to do is bag them up in 2 different grades. This can be a backup, and this can be my first burley stuff, the stuff that's strongest and most healthy. So I've graded and sieved all the seeds, and I've taken out the tiny wee ones, and instead of separating them, I just flush them down the sink basically. So I've got all the big seeds, the big robust looking seeds here, and based on cubic centimeters, maybe about 1,000 seeds per cubic centimeter. What I've got here are about 22,000 seeds, so it's enough to, give everybody in my island in Marlborough seeds, that's for sure.